All right, we should be coming up.
All right, cool.
Did I ever bring up the website? Probably not.
I don't know.
No,
Bring
because
up the website.
I'm an idiot.
I didn't call you that. You called yourself that.
I didn't open up the website.
With the what?
How am I supposed to know we're live if I can't see us on Twitch?
You just have to know.
I don't know.
You have to know.
I'm not that good, Jules.
It's just having the no.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. No. All right, get your file ready to record.
Yeah. Are we recording separate?
Are you desperately not wanting to?
Well, you know, the thing I have is that I can hear us. I'm sort of freaking out.
I can't hear you.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me pop up the chat room. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Okay. The only thing is that because Authonic's not free anymore, I can't balance out the audio levels.
Okay. And
So there's super quiet times, and then sometimes we get really loud.
okay. Well, we can do it. I just, as long as we can get rid of that popping and snapping that happens when you record on that line.
Yeah.
I really don't like that sound.
I don't either. Oh, you tell me what you want to do. I'll do it. I don't care.
Well, all right. Let me record tonight in GarageBand instead of Audacity and see if you have any difference with it.
Okay.
Okay, let's try that. Hang on one second. I need to close what I've got open. You see if it's any better. I'm going to boost it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Episodes 110.
A little bit of behind the scenes, you guys.
Oh.
I hope you enjoy it.
This is how it all works, yo.
This is how the fudge is packed.
Oh, God. That is the worst thing you could ever say ever.
What? I could say this is how the sausage is made, but that's gross.
Dude.
What?
All right, I'm boosting my audio a little bit here. Let's try that. La 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 la. Okay, I can hear myself. La la la. La la la. All right, you ready to start recording?
What do the lines look like?
I didn't start recording it yet.
Start recording to see the lines go at least midway.
Do the lines go at least midway? Let's see. Open. 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 I'll still give myself that much boost. Let's try that. Do the lines go at least halfway? Yes, they do. That's going to be a little bit better, I think. All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, my God.
Shut up! All right, let's go.
3, 2, 1. Recording.
Recording!
Ricola.
Da-da. Da-da-da.
Ba-da-da.
Da-da. No Arcane tonight. He's working.
What the hell?
Relax.
How am I supposed to kick people from the chat room?
You don't kick people from the chat room anymore. Of course, I say that now.
Yeah. Remgar.
Gar.
Log in. I feel stuffy.
Stuffy.
Stuffer.
Stuffy.
What did Mr. Howell call his wife in Gilligan's Island?
Lovey.
Lovey, that's it. Lovey.
Right?
Yeah,
Lovey. No, I'm not calling you Lovey. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I won't go into a coughing jag tonight. That'd be great.
I hope you do.
I don't. I went into a coughing jag on I Remembered It Better, and that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm trying to tell a story. Don't make me cough.
You have
God
to
damn it.
spend 20 hours editing your coughs out?
Yes.
Mm.
It's awesome when you edit coughs out. That's how it works. We are live. Come join the fun.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo. We be jamming.
Tauren, think, tank. Boom. You're wearing your Titanfall shirt. Have you ever played Titanfall?
No. I just spit all over everything. I don't know if you saw that.
I think I just did.
Gross.
Gross.
Whoops. I need to control that.
Don't be spitting on your microphone. I couldn't think of a way to rhyme that. It's just not working.
You better start thinking of rhymes. Svensson wants us to rap battle.
That's gonna take us like a month to write that.
It's going
to
to take
wipe
you
your
a month.
camera off? Is that how far you spit?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. Wiggity, 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 whack.
Wacky whack.
Uh-huh. So.
Positioning my foot. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
There you go.
So I was rubbing heads with my cat today.
Aww.
Yeah, he was laying down, and I put my head down near him, and he's like, "Oh, what's up?" And I'm like, "Sup, kitty?" And he's all like, "Oh, let me get some of that forehead." And so, so he started rubbing his head against mine, and then I was rubbing him back, and we were having a moment together, him and I.
You were giving love.
I think cats and dogs like it when you offer when you rub heads with them. I was gonna say something else without even realizing what I was saying.
It's a gift.
Yeah, I had to yell at my cat this morning because he was staring at a towel, and I was like, "Why are you staring at a towel?" And he's just like, I was like, "Gilbert, seriously, you look dumb. You're staring at a towel." He's just like staring at his towel for no reason.
Kate has a famous line that he says about it all. It's like brain the size of a walnut.
Mm-hmm.
And that, when he talks about cats, this is why that they act this way is because they have a brain the size of a walnut.
Yeah.
And so the other day, so we have to pill all the cats again, this whole round again for like a month.
Yeah.
To make sure that we get rid of whatever parasite they've got. And so we've got this down now. But for a while I was able to pill both Spike and Garrus with putting a pill inside a treat, and then they would just eat the treat with the pill in it, and it'd be great. Well, Garrus wised up in about probably 2 or 3 tries, and it just didn't work. Mm-hmm. Whereas Spike was like, food? And he would just nom it down, right? So then Spike got wise to the treat for a while, and then didn't eat the treat anymore when I offered it. So I found this stuff online that's like this paste that you coat the pill with, and Spike absolutely loves it. I've been using it for like the last couple days, and he goes nuts for it. Garrus doesn't touch it. And I said, yeah, he just wised up to it. And my 11-year-old goes, "Hey, Ma, he's got the brain the size of a walnut, and he's just kicking your butt." It's like, come on, this cat can't outsmart me.
That's when you hit somebody. I'll show you a brain the size of a walnut.
I'll make your brain the size of a walnut, honey.
I gotta turn off my thing. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I forgot.
That's like the weirdest reflection there. My goodness.
I'm back. Let me put my ears in.
Put your ears in.
Boom, 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 boom.
You make that a song. I'ma put my ears in.
Ears in. I'ma put my ears in for you. I'ma put my ears in. I'ma put my ears in.
For you.
Hell yeah. Okay. Seriously, what kind of show? This is the show we should be doing. We should be rapping and.
We should be rapping
and singing.
Oh my God, we're so weird.
Okay.
You have to do your ritual and everything. Oh, nice new sound. I like it.
I just want to swear. Like that's
the other show.
I want to let out a really long F word right there.
You just want to lean back and just let it fly.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
That's too funny.
Masha!
Spence and the nails are the same because I haven't changed them. I was sick during my appointment, and so they're growing out a little bit, but they're still there. They're the same. And my horrible henna tattoo is still sticking around. So
you can't get rid of it?
It doesn't come off very easily. It takes a while, and it was drawn. I'll tell the story on the show.
What is it, a Sharpie?
No, it's henna. Do you know what henna is?
Yeah, they make cartoons, right?
Not Hanna-Barbera, you dummy. Henna, the plant that they use in India.
Is that like weed?
On the hands. I don't know if it's a weed. So, but it is really bad. It just sticks around.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like it anymore. I want it to go away.
All right. You ready?
I am ready. Are you ready?
Kinda. Hello? What? Hello?
Hello.
Testing?
Hi.
Testing.
Hello?
Testing.
Where are you? Hello?
I don't like this.
No?
Testing. This is me talking normally, I think.
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, all right. I don't know, Jules.
What's the matter?
I have no idea. Let's call it 8 minutes. All right, you ready?
Yes, let's do this thing.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Oh, wait. I got to bring the soundboard up. All right.
Had it up. I heard it.
I know. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Rem.
So you saw Guardians of the Galaxy this week, right?
I did. I saw it last night.
Oh, my God. How amazing was that movie?
I loved it.
What was your favorite part?
Favorite part was asking, how did the stick get up their butts?
Yeah?
Who put the sticks up their butt? That's what it was.
I liked when they were all standing around and they were trying to pump themselves up in order to be a team. And then Rocket says, oh, look at us. A whole bunch of... Oh, I think that's cool.
You're listening to Tauren Think Tank, the World of Warcraft podcast for you, the World of Warcraft player.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 110. You're not supposed to say 110 of Tauren Think Tank. It is August 9th of 2014. It is 10:04 in the PM on the East Coast. I am Rem. I am Rem. I am Rem.
Yes, you are.
I am Rem. I am Rem.
You almost swore.
I am Rem.
I understand that, but we have a show to do.
I am Rem. Oh, you're coughing.
I know. Here it
Got
comes.
you. Hi, Jules.
Hi.
That's Jules. What's up?
Hi. I'm good. I got a full-fledged cold after the last show. You could hear it coming on in my voice, and it came on.
I blame those Minnesotans.
The Minnesotans.
The Minnesotans.
I thought I was getting better too. Like on Saturday night, I was like, I'm starting to feel a little bit. And then we went out to the Ren Faire the next day, and I thought, I feel pretty good. I could do this. And then on the way home, my nose just went, and it just started to pour out.
Really?
So, yeah, took about a week to get sick, and I got it.
Oh, you poor thing.
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there now. If I start coughing during the show, I apologize. It's just the remnants of last week's getting sick.
Isn't it weird to get like a runny nose in the middle of summer?
Yes.
Yeah. It happens to me like once a year. Like the beginning of summer, I have a runny nose for a week and a half, and it's the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah. Well, you're like, this is a winter thing. I should
Yeah.
be buried under a pile of blankets.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
Why am I sick like this? Yeah, it's terrible.
It's a weird thing to get a cold in the middle of summer. And everybody calls it a summer cold, too. It's kind of funny. It's like in the winter, it's just, they don't call it a winter cold. They just call it a cold.
You know what makes me laugh? Hay fever.
Hay fever.
Did you laugh?
It's the way you said it.
Hay fever. I was like, hey, what's up?
Hey, yo, how's it going, hey?
Thanks
Hey.
for stopping by. What is hay fever anyway? Is it from hay?
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty simple. All right.
I guess. I think it is. I mean, most people call them allergies these days, but I
Is that
don't
what hay
know.
fever is? Allergies?
I think so.
It's easy to say.
Somebody
allergies.
will correct us in the chat room. I don't actually know.
You know what I like is like when you don't really have allergies, but because a little bit of pollen irritated your glands, you're sneezing, so you say I have allergies, but you really don't. You know?
I honestly don't. I think I do have allergies, but I don't know when.
You
And
know
I
what would
don't
be
know what
funny?
it is too.
Like if suddenly you became allergic to cats.
Oh, crap.
Maybe
That
you are. Maybe that's why you're sick.
No, I'm not allergic to cats. I mean, last night I woke up with Garrus like around my neck.
Is he trying to choke
So-
you?
No, he was trying to cuddle me.
Oh, he's a
But, I mean, if I'm going to be allergic to cats and I can handle him laying around my neck, I think I'm okay.
yeah. All right. Okay, that's enough allergy talk, Jules.
I
My
know.
God.
I don't know why we got down that
Your
road.
hot mucus talk. That's disgusting.
And scene.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
All
So
right.
I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy this week.
Yeah, me too. You saw it on when? Thursday?
Thursday night
Uh-huh.
with my boyfriend Fit. We had a good time. We went on a date. And I just want to tell this story real quick because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there and we met these other two nerds and we were talking to them about movies. These kids are like 20 and they knew Howard the Duck, which was crazy. It made me feel
Really?
yeah. But so I decided it would be fun to take a selfie of Fit and I, for Twitter. So I did. And there was like these 3 11-year-olds sitting a few rows behind us. They started making fun of us.
They made fun of you guys taking a selfie?
Yeah, they started making fun of us because we're old and everything. So, so I started I started acting up because, why not? Because Fit was there. I have to impress him.
Yes.
So I was like, well, those kids better shut up. I'll whoop their.
Uh-huh.
So we had everybody laughing. And so then their mother came in.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then Fit's like, oh, you're going to get it now. They got their mommy involved. But she came and she took them away from the back row and moved them down to the floor. And so they had to sit.
The front?
Yeah, they had to sit down in the front.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
And then she was like, I'm really sorry about that. I'm like, oh, it's okay. We were having fun. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh, that is rude. Like, you get the back row and you're like, dude, I am so cool because I'm in the back
Yeah.
row. And then they put you in the front row where you're like, I am the nerdiest, most unlikable person in the world because I've got to sit in the front row.
They're like punk 11-year-olds with their hat half sideways and all that, right? They deserved it. One of them decided to look back at me and I smiled and waved at him. I'm such a creep. Honest to God.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
just
So
me-
you enjoyed the movie, obviously.
Yeah, fighting with 11-year-olds was fun. Yeah, no, the movie was fantastic. My
Yeah,
God.
it was really fun.
What an amazing movie that was. It was.
We won't spoil anything at all because I know there are people who have not seen it, but
It's everybody dies and it involves time travel.
exactly. It's have like every movie that's been out there these days.
Uh-huh.
So, well, awesome. Because I actually, we were thinking we were going to try and see it this weekend, but as it turned out, we got to see it last night because I was supposed to do Ladies of Leet
Yeah, I was gonna
last night
ask
at
you.
5. Yeah, and as I'm driving home, I got out of work early, so I'd be there for 5 o'clock my time for their showtime, and I got a message as I got home saying that they couldn't. One of the hosts was in Atlanta having a terrible storm with no power, and the other host had a migraine. So it was like it just didn't work out. So I said to Kane, I'm like, we have a free night, and so we decided to try out this new. Well, it's not new. It's a renovated movie theater in town that's we hadn't been going to forever. And they made this new theater. It's one of the Marcus Theaters that has an ultra screen with recliner seats that you can reserve your seat.
Wow.
I know. So you could pick where you're sitting before you get there. And then they have full-fledged leather recliners that you can sit in to just chill out and watch the movie. And so you can bet everybody in that theater was taking selfies.
Did you
including us.
say ultra screen?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like the middle ground between a regular movie screen and an IMAX. It's bigger and it is taller, but it's not quite IMAX sized.
Oh, rock and roll.
Yeah, and so that they call it the ultra screen. And so Marcus Theaters have been really doing a big renovation for that. And but the seats, man, were just slick because they're power seats. You can adjust it exactly how you're comfortable.
Oh, gosh.
I know. This is badass.
Is it more
So-
expensive?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the normal ticket would be $10, and these tickets were like $14.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad, and
No.
you could reserve your seat too, so you didn't have to worry about getting there early, finding a spot. It was like I just walk in, there's my seat. I got, I'm good to go.
Mhm.
So, but you know what? When you're talking about the whole selfie thing and these kids making fun of you, like 3 or 4 of the commercials that showed on before the movie were like phones that were specially made for like best selfie taking.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So apparently now the cell phone companies realize that they need to make these phones the best selfie method possible.
Did you know selfie made its way into the Scrabble dictionary?
Yes, it did.
That's crazy.
And now we've gotten all of our stuff about, this is all nerdy, people. It's all nerdy. So we'll just talk about the nerdy stuff too. But
Not anymore. Selfies are mainstream, man.
I know. Well, I'm talking about Guardians of the Galaxy going.
Oh.
So
It's amazing.
Went to go see a movie. It's really, really good. Totally enjoyed it, and I want to see it again. So,
I do too. Let's go.
Okay. It would be cool to see a movie with you.
No, it wouldn't. I'm boring.
Yeah. Well,
I talk too much.
you talk during the movie, I would hit you.
Well, you should see Fit and I. We have a good time at the movies.
Yeah.
Like we whisper to each other and we start laughing. Especially when we see bad movies.
Well, bad movies are a good thing to do that with,
Yeah.
but otherwise people are going to be like, "Shut up."
Oh, there were so many laughs in Guardians. I haven't heard Fit laugh that hard in a long time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very funny.
It was
very
great.
funny.
Mm.
So what else did you do this week?
I worked a lot, Jules.
Yeah. Oh,
That's all I do now is I just work really long hours and I come home and I fall asleep. It's fantastic.
and
As you can see, my work is suffering here.
Yes. Yes. Well, do you play any games at all? Like even like cell phone games or anything like that?
I started playing Doctor Who Legacy on my cell phone.
On your cell phone? What is that?
It's like you're the doctor and you have companions and you have to battle stuff, and it's kind of like like in Candy Crush, you have to match candy and you crush them, and then so you got to match these jewels that correspond to the color of your companion, and when you get matches in a row, they have different powers they use to defeat whatever monster you're fighting.
Oh, it's a little bit like Puzzle Quest in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of like if Frozen Freefall was an RPG.
I don't know what Frozen Freefall is.
Oh, my son plays that all the time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's like the Frozen movie stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I haven't had any time to play anything or do anything other than work and eat and sleep.
Well, you got a chance to go to the movies.
Yes, I do get to go to the movies. And I'd rather go to the movies with Fit than play a video game.
That makes sense.
Because that's more
fun.
fun. Yeah, we went to a bar afterwards too.
Uh-huh.
We got whiskey. So that was fun.
You're like big guys.
Yeah, we're like big kids now. Yeah.
We're like big boys now.
It's like we got out like at 11:30. We're like, I don't want to go home yet, even though I had to work the next day. And he's like, I don't want to go home either. So let's go get a whiskey. All right.
Yeah, there you go. Good for you.
Yeah, so we went out. It was fun.
Awesome.
What's up with you? We already did that, didn't we?
Well, we talked about me being sick and all that stuff, which was really lame. But
you did something else, right?
I did. The problem with being sick, though, during the week especially, is like I have my week pretty full with stuff. And when I get sick and I can't do something, I can't do anything. It just feels like all the dominoes just like collapse on the table. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like everything is very well coordinated and it all just kind of goes to crap. So, but I got myself caught back up again, hopefully this week after, recovery. Excuse me. I had to take a day off though to just sleep most of the day. But I'm better now, feeling better now. But the weekend so we did the show last week and then I was going to go to the Ren Faire the next day and we did. And this is a great story and you'll really enjoy this. So we met up with two of our listeners of this show, Midnight and Ladra, which was awesome. They drove in from Green Bay, Appleton area, and we met them there. And we let Vashta know that we were coming. And so she said, please let me know if you're here when you're here and stop by. And she told us where to find her. And it was really fun. It was warm that day, but we had a really good time. It was just, went to see shows and all that stuff. So we go to try to find Vashta in her area that she works in. And I'm asking around and they say, oh, she's probably going to be over here. And all of a sudden I turn and I see her walking towards me. So I said her name and she just lit up like a Christmas tree. A sweet, sweet person. And she gave me the biggest hug and she's like, I am so happy to see you. And she was in her Ren Faire mode. So she's talking like, I am so very happy to see you. because she's role playing. And all of the people who are there are dressed up in their role playing. So it was really, really fun. And she says to me, I just saw Trellant. And I looked at her and I said, what? And she said, yeah, about 10 minutes ago, I just saw Trellant.
How'd she know who that was?
Because she's in Reported for Awesome.
Oh, okay.
She plays in Reported for Awesome. Trellant is the GM.
Does. Yeah.
So she knew who he was. I did not know that Trellant and his family were going to be going to the Renaissance Fair. And we hadn't told them because we were kind of doing this a little bit last minute. I thought they were doing some things for Ski Patrol. Now, if you haven't heard me talk about Trelawney, he is one of our in-person friends who lives in Madison, in where we live. We're the ones that got him into World of Warcraft. We've known him for about 10 years. And so I was just like, oh my gosh. And so Kane sends a text message to him and says, dude, you're here? Where are you? He was standing like not 50 feet away from where we were. How weird is that?
That's crazy.
How weird is that? So we go over there. Everybody's like, ah! So just a weird, funny, and just fun. Like we got a chance to say hi, and they were with some people too, and we were with people. So we just we said hi. We spent a little bit of time. The kids played around because we brought my stepdaughter with us, and it was a lot of fun. We had a really good time.
Was anybody wearing a kilt?
No, nobody was wearing a kilt. There were people who were out, not in our group, but there were people who were wearing kilts around, and there were some elaborate costumes. Mind you, it was 84 degrees outside. It was 84 and humid.
Perfect weather for a kilt.
It is for a kilt, but not for a full leather outfit.
No.
Or a full crushed velvet outfit, which I saw numerous ones of. And I was like, oh my God, I can't imagine how there were so many people dressed up at this Ren Fair. And I think more even this year than I've seen in the past, which I think is really cool. But I couldn't imagine walking around an entire day like we did wearing full velvet or heavy layers or that kind of thing. Embroidered like layers. Ugh. It's too much. So it was a blast. And so I think you guys heard that we had done like these henna tattoos. And you asked me before the show, he was like, what is henna?
Yeah.
And it's a plant extract.
Did you Wikipedia it?
No, I knew what it was. I've gotten one before. But, my stepdaughter was with us, and she's like, oh, Mom, we've got to get that. And she sees the book, and she looks through it, and she goes, you've got to get that one, guys. Or to me, she goes, Mom, you got to get that one. And she points to the book, and it's these paw prints, like cat paw prints that are like, that you could go around your wrist or on your hand. And she's like, oh, you totally have to get that, Mom. Well, we waited for an hour plus to get these henna tattoos. And the woman did not have a lot of artistic experience, I would say.
Oh, no.
So the paw prints that I got on my hand, and they're fading now, thank God, but some of them are different sizes. They're not full circles.
How do you not have artistic talent and be a tattoo artist?
Well, I'll hold it up to the camera here. I'm going to lean in so you guys can see it. It's
Looks like a squirrel walked on you.
It looks like the cat got drunk and then shoe sizes.
Would she draw each one of those, or was there a stamp?
No, she drew that with her hand.
Really?
But it got done, and I was like, oh. And of course, my stepdaughter's like, oh, that's so cool, Mom. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
It's going to be on my hand for 2 weeks. And of course, I look at it and go, oh. I get back to work. And my coworkers go, what happened to your hand?
Oh, no. You had to go to work?
Oh, yeah.
No wonder you called out sick.
Yeah. So I just... and people are like, what happened to your hand? Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks very much. But anyway, I felt like I was playing World of Warcraft by going to the Ren Fair because everybody looked like they played World of Warcraft while they were there.
Did you ask anybody?
I don't think I asked anybody. We were with two people.
Yeah.
We were with two people who play World of Warcraft, so I kind of knew that. But
it doesn't count, Jules.
It does too.
No, because you already know them. I saw a dude one day. I was coming out. I had to take my kids to an appointment.
Yeah.
And then we were walking out, and this guy had a shirt on. That said "got pie," but it was GOT and then the pie symbol.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
What did I say to him? I made a pie joke to him, and he didn't get it. I forget what the joke was now. Damn it.
This turned out to be a great story.
Yeah. Forget it.
I love you. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That's too funny. So my time in WoW this week has been pretty much spent just kind of farming up. I'm just trying to gain some money. I need to build up my gold stores a little bit for the expansion. Not to buy the chopper. I know that's the first thing you're going to say. Not going to try and buy the Alliance chopper. I just need money because I've spent a lot of it on raiding. So I've been farming up stuff and selling flasks, selling herbs.
Are you still raiding?
I haven't been able to raid. I've been a sub on the Orc Busters team as a on sub position, and I've had to decline every night that they've had in the last probably 3 or 4 weeks now, just because everything seems to come up when I can be free to raid. And it's fine. I'm not feeling like I'm missing much. I mean, I miss being able to raid, but I've seen Siege of Orgrimmar enough that I'm ready for the new stuff. But I'm very excited. Once we find out next week what their expansion date is going to be, when they announce that, I am considering putting Cat on Fire back together.
Really?
Yeah, I am. I need to rebuild because I already know that there are some folks that will not be able to raid again during the expansion for just real life reasons. So, yeah. So I think once I know when we could expect the expansion, I might be go ahead and say let's try and put the Cat on Fire back together sometime soon. So
sounds good.
Yeah. So that's what that is going on for WoW. Anything else that we need to talk about?
Yeah, we got a taste tank tonight.
Oh, that's right. We have kind of it wasn't last minute, but it arrived here at the last minute, like at 6 o'clock tonight. Rem finally forwarded me the box of goodies that Jen Morton has collected for us.
Finally. You know how hard it was to find a box?
Seriously? You work in a place that delivers boxes.
You know what? Okay, that's a whole other story. But you're right.
You work at a place that
you're
delivers
right.
boxes.
You're right. I never thought of the priority mailbox because I thought it'd be more. Turns out it is cheaper to use priority mail than it was to send parcel post.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper.
Is that the $5.95 box? No, that's not.
That's the $12.35 box.
Oh, the $12.35 box. Okay.
If I were to send the box inside of it, because it was two boxes, parcel post, it was like $18.
What?
Yeah, and
it was heavy. It was because it's by weight, probably.
Yes. I didn't know what was in it. I hadn't opened it. There's a glass bottle in there.
Yeah. There's 2 plastic bottles and a glass bottle, and then all the other stuff.
And a can. It's like, what the hell? This is a glass bottle. Oh, no.
I know. Jen, man, you went all out for this one. So we're excited. We are actually going to be breaking this taste tank up across 3 different episodes so that you guys have the experience of this, because there's a lot of stuff that she sent us. So, and there's beverages, there's candy, there's snacks. So we're going to do a part of it tonight, part of it next week, and part of it the week after.
That's right. That's right, because Jules, she needs to refrigerate her drinks.
Well, I'm not drinking some of that
what
stuff.
What a nerd.
I would barf. Are you kidding?
Well, that's
probably
the
what
point.
You guys want. But...
That's the point of it, Jules. All right. So we got Taste Tank coming up. But first, we got a little discussion.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Why don't you do it tonight?
Okay.
All right, you do it.
Da, 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 da. Discussion.
That's perfect.
Your reaction got me, though. All right. It's our discussion topic. You really need to make a bumper, Remgar.
Okay.
Really need to make a bumper.
I'm on vacation pretty much for 2 weeks now. So.
Yeah. Please make a bumper.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to hear it from my husband that you didn't make a bumper.
I'll make my own bumper without his voice. I'm sick of him.
Fine, just make a bumper. All right.
Talk to him in months.
You haven't. Here is our discussion topic for the night. And this actually came to me through my Facebook page, of all things. I was scanning Facebook and came across someone who had posted something about, it was a blog post, and it was someone who had purchased the WoW server blades that they put up for charity auction on eBay, where they were decommissioned as server blades, and they had a plaque on it that said this was the server, and these signed by all, digitally signed by all of the different developers. And so I read this blog, and it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But what I thought about is someone who would buy this for nostalgia reasons and think, this is something. And they have this long description on it where it's talking about players have experienced the content of Lich King and all the way up to Burning Crusade or something like that. and have been countless raids and collection of materials and partnering with other players and guilds and all that kind of thing. Getting around to the point, it made me think about how we get nostalgic for things like this. And I'm wondering, Rem, do you have sentimental feelings about things like this? Like if you look at a piece of hardware like that and say, it's a server that's housed the game that I've played for X number of years, does that make you feel pangs of nostalgia, or do other things in the game make you feel that way?
Well, no, a server blade doesn't give me nostalgia. Is that what you're asking me?
Well, yeah, I mean, because for some people, it really does. You're looking at it and you say, this was the Azure Ghost server.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to me because it's nothing to me. Right?
Yeah, it's hardware.
Yeah, it might not be the Azure Ghost server.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they all could have fallen out and gone in the garbage can. Then somebody said, "Oh wait, we should probably sell these for charity, right?" So you don't really know.
Shaded.
Yeah, well, no, I'm being honest here. So that stuff doesn't matter to me at all. Now, what matters to me? What makes me nostalgic? I mean,
do you have nostalgia for items that you collected in your early days? You know, is there a piece of loot that you love? Is there nostalgia for an experience or a group of people?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if I talked about this on this show, or if it was with Fit, or if it was on Azeroth Roundtable. But I had mentioned at some point that Cataclysm, I realize, is my favorite expansion, my favorite time playing this game. Did I mention that to you?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah, so lately, for some reason, I've been thinking a lot about our times together during Cataclysm, in particular Firelands, and then moving on to Dragon Soul. And even in the beginning, it's like there's a lot of memories that give me nostalgia for those times in 2010, 2011, when we were logging on every night as a guild, having either a fishing contest to get guild achievement points or having Grim Batol races. You remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was just thinking how much fun that was. And even though at the time it was a pain in the ass because, you know, we wanted to get on and get moving, but we couldn't. I don't know. I think it brought us closer together as a group anyways. But any particular items? No, I don't really have anything in particular that gives, because it's all video games. It's all so fluid, you know? Things get deleted. You don't remember where they are. They get lost in your bank. So it's really the memories and the people that I knew or know that give me nostalgia for those things.
So it's really not as much the tangible or the, you know, like the stuff that you own on your character that bring back those nostalgic memories. But
yeah, I mean, when you could rebuy the Death Knight starting set, I bought all that. But then I was like, why did I buy this? You know?
Yeah.
I transmogged it and I was like, I like the other stuff cooler. The other stuff's better. So, yeah, it's just the nature of the game where things just come and go so quickly. I mean, there's a couple weapons I kept, but I can't even say those really give me too much of a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. I mean, because I'm pretty much the same thing as you. If I go through my banks, there are certain things that I keep in there because I don't feel right about getting rid of them.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily like I guess it means more about what it would mean if I just got rid of it versus what it means to me to keep it. Does that make sense?
Yes. On my rogue, I have one of those items. Like early on, when you actually had a level. I remember doing a quest for one of the SI7 things, and then getting like your thieves tools or your thieves note or some sort of note or some sort of tools box. That is it's a gray item. It's junk, but I still have it. I didn't want to get rid of it in case I ever needed it for something.
Yep.
But yeah, I have a couple things like that in my bank that I kept for no reason whatsoever other than maybe I need this.
Yeah. It's like you kind of hang on to it. Like there's certain things like I think the instance that's out, the troll dungeon that's out there, is that Zul'Farrak? Is that the dungeon that's out there that is like the really long one that has like the two-headed serpent that comes out, you know, the big dragon? Is that Zul'Farrak?
I'm trying to remember my Zuls.
I think it's Zul'Farrak, but there was there was a mallet or a hammer that you had to get to bring into that dungeon back then, and I was notorious for leaving that in the bank. Like I would be going into the instance and I'm supposed to have it in my bags and I forget it. And they would make fun of me like you would not believe, Kane and Trellant mostly, to say the mallet of Zul'Farrak, and they're like, don't you have it? And I went, oh, crap. And so I hang on to the mallet of Zul'Farrak for that reason, because I remember being made fun of for so many times because I kept doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I didn't even learn my damn lesson. So it's one of those things. But jumping off of WoW for a minute, I wanted to ask you about something that happened recently. So my in-laws brought over this shelf, this like wooden shelf that Arcane had made when he was in school. And it's like a small thing. I mean, it was probably like the size of my arm. But it's old-fashioned dark wood, that kind of curled wood. It's very non these days. But they brought it over to him because they thought he'd want it. And it was sitting on the floor. And I said to him, I picked it up because we were cleaning the house. And I said, do you want to keep this? And he's like, I didn't like it when I made it. You know, I was like that. I don't know why my parents brought this over. But my stepdaughter was like, you can't get rid of that. And he said to her, I haven't thought about this shelf for probably 25 years. And she's like, well, I'll keep it. I'll put it on my wall. And it goes with absolutely nothing in her room at all, because she's decorated her room in these whites and blacks. And it's this dark brown wood that's, you know, totally not modern. She could not bear to get rid of it. So he had to consent to put it in the basement.
Wow.
And then hopefully get rid of it when she wasn't looking. But that, because she is so sentimental about things like that. It didn't even have a connection to her, but she couldn't bear to see him throw that away. Do you have things like that in your life?
I have a hard time throwing away gifts.
Even if you don't like them?
Yeah, because somebody took the time to get it for me.
Yeah.
So I tend to hang on to it.
Yeah.
There's things like that are still at my parents' house that are in their attic that say if I'm going through get Christmas decorations, I see them. But I don't. God, I sound like I'm such a jerk. I keep lots of stuff, but then I'm forced to throw them away from circumstances. Like I don't like throwing stuff away.
No,
I'm not a pack rat. If somebody, like my dad got me this last, not this time, 3 years ago, he went to Italy. He got me this like sweatshirt jacket that said Italia on it. It was really ugly and really too small for me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't throw it away because my dad got it for me. So I'd wear it around the house and get made fun of because I looked very European in it.
And that's the part where you're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing this because I don't want to make someone else upset.
Right, exactly. Like if my parents brought over something that, just like in Arcane's case, if they brought over a shelf I made, which I haven't made any, but if they did, I would feel obligated to keep it and probably put it up somewhere.
Because you feel like if you didn't, then it would be hurting their feelings. Even more.
Yes.
Yeah. And I am pretty much the opposite. I just sit there and go, if I've got no attachment to it, I have no problem getting rid of it.
Mm-hmm. There
are things that I do have that I've kept over the years, and it's hard to throw away. Like, here's a good one. I have my wedding album from my first marriage.
You threw it away?
I did not throw it away. But I don't know what to do with it. You know, you think about it and you're like, oh my gosh, I paid a ton of money for these pictures. You know, but that relationship is over. And that full album is still sitting in the basement, and I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Is it really going to matter someday when I'm gone to anybody? Because that relationship is completely over. I don't have any ties to anybody on that side of the family anymore for my ex. But I can't really bring myself to throw that away.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, you think about it, and you can sit here and think rationally about it like an adult and be like, you know what? I don't need this. But I can't throw it away.
Right.
That's such a weird thing. I have a Smashing Pumpkins T-shirt I bought at a concert to memorialize going to that concert.
Yeah.
I've never worn it because it's ugly. I have it.
But it's a keepsake.
It's a keepsake. I bought it with the intention of leaving it in my drawer for the rest of my life. And you know, if it were to disappear, I would never know it was gone.
Right, because you don't wear it.
Right, but if given the choice, I wouldn't throw it away.
Yeah, I have that same thing. I have this shirt when I went to see Genesis when I was 18. I know, but it was the big like giant stadium concert, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like a big thing. I still have that T-shirt. I can't bear to throw it away. It's ugly. It's like, you know, probably nothing I would wear these days. But I'm like, you know, it's there's an interesting thing about sentimentality for things that we attach to.
Yeah.
And when I thought about this and why this whole thing came up is like, for some people, a server blade is like, that means a ton. Especially if it was the server that you played on.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like a server blade's a weird thing because it's something that never really existed in the first place. It's just a bunch of data that came together, made a picture, and then disappeared.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I mean, you can look at the server blade, it's like, oh, that's where I met my wife, but is it really? I mean, I guess it is, but I don't know. The server blade is a weird thing to me. I don't see the value in a server blade. I mean, if there was original sketches or original drawings or something, that's one thing, but it's a server blade. It's not like you can open it up and look at it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And the person who did this blog, and I'll link this in the show notes if you'd like to see it, the person who did the blog actually did open it up and look at the hardware inside of it. And so it's a matter of, you know, someone who's kind of like, oh, I'm curious to see how they do this, or, you know, that kind of thing. But I thought this was a really kind of interesting discussion, and it kind of made me think a little bit about sentimentality and the things that mean something to one person or it doesn't mean it to others, and that kind of thing. I'm actually going to link this in the chat room so they can take a look at it. If I can put it in there, that'll work. But I started to kind of question my own sentimentality just a little bit. Like, am I too detached from certain things, or am I too attached to certain things? I just don't know. I think it's the right amount. I'm not a pack rat. I probably in my previous life before Arcane, I think I maybe have boxes of my stuff that are there's probably like 5 boxes of my stuff down there in the basement. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I purged everything else.
Right.
So, but I just find it interesting what people latch onto for sentimental reasons, even in stuff in the game, stuff in their lives. But, you know, for me, I think my most sentimental feelings for World of Warcraft have to do with the relationships that have been built and the ones that have been lost. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. The memories you had associated with the people, and the times you played the game and where you were in your life.
Right.
Yeah. I miss a lot of the old days.
I miss some of them. I don't miss a good portion of some of them. Right. But, you know, it all kind of happens for a reason. And then, you know, strangely, like Arcane will say to me, oh, so-and-so is back, who sent him a message. There was like someone who we used to play with, we used to raid with, who sent him a message, and he's like, oh, wow, yeah, I haven't heard from him in over 2 years. And, you know, it took me a minute to go, who? Oh, right, yeah, that's right. You just kind of move on. But then there are people who you've still talked to since you've been playing since Burning Crusade, like I do. It's just a cool thing.
You know, there's that feeling of like when I first started playing, there was this group of people that I played with, and we were on every night, we're talking over event at the time and having a good time. And then we all moved away from each other. Some of them stopped playing, but at some point, some of them came back, and I came back, or I don't remember what happened. We got back together after a few months, and we thought it would all be the same again, like it used to be, but then it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, once
try to resurrect the old days.
Yeah, so that's always disappointing.
Do you have nostalgia for the days you used to RP?
Yes, but not in WoW.
Okay.
Your video froze.
Did it?
I don't know what's happening here. Let me just mark the time down in case I need to edit. 46:13.
Yeah, I don't see. I see that I'm moving on.
Oh, there you are. You're back.
Skype. Yeah.
Okay. sentimental days for the RP. I used to role play at in a web community called Mystical Realms, and I've talked about this in the show before. We wrote great stories, had a whole bunch of great role plays with a bunch of awesome people, and that just stopped one day for me. Just stopped. And every once in a while, I'll think about it. I think about the people I played with, especially one or two people in particular who I really enjoyed writing with, and I miss that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know I can never do that again.
Yep. You couldn't capture that lightning in a bottle again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the time for it either anymore.
No.
You know, I'm at a very different point in my life. I mean, there was a time when I had a job that I did basically nothing all day, and I was able to role play during the day while at work.
Yep.
You know, I obviously can't do that anymore.
No.
So I don't even try to go back and try it again because I know it won't ever be the same. And I don't even know that I have the skill in me to write a story like that anymore.
Well, I don't think that you lose that skill. I think it's just about where you are.
Not having been able to practice it.
Yeah, and where you are in your mind too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if your mind is set to think that creatively, or if you're just kind of focused on other things. But I don't think you lose that skill. But I used to role play with a group of people for in City of Heroes. We created stories for our characters, and we were playing superheroes. So it was really fun to come up with a superhero backstory, origin stories, and then where you are that day, and then interact with the other people. And that was early days of, you know, when Kane and I started to get to know each other as friends. We were role playing together, and it was pretty amazing to do that. Very fun. And so I miss those days. But at this point, it's like you think about it, and you're like, oh, we should do that again sometimes. But it would never be what it was.
It would just be different, and you'd be disappointed with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think nostalgia is a good thing. I think it's a fun thing, and I think that a lot of people carry a lot of nostalgia, especially now with WoW approaching its 10th anniversary this fall. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So
I think we have to be careful with nostalgia too.
Yeah.
You know, because people say, oh, remember the old days? The old days were so good. If we could just do it again, but it'll never, ever be the same. People forget that. You know, It's easy to say, oh, vanilla was the best time ever, but I mean, was it really? I mean, really? Was it? I mean, Tauren Mill versus South Shore, was it really that good? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but nostalgia has a way to kind of warp people's perspectives on things too. So you got to be careful with it.
Yeah. If you say to someone, what's your favorite raid? And people say Karazhan or Ulduar or that kind of thing. And then when people say, oh, you should bring that back. You should bring that back in the current format so we can play it again.
Yeah.
But will it really be all that you want it to be?
It's like they're doing Molten Core. It's going to be 40-man, LFR style. Are you kidding? Really? People are looking forward to that? I want no part of that.
And some people will love it.
Some people will love it. Oh, you know what's going to happen, though? There's going to be a bunch of people who are expecting it to be just the way it was and be severely disappointed with it and then start complaining about it, too.
I know.
But that's the way it goes.
But that's what nostalgia does. It causes people to wish for the old days and then hope that it comes back around. But, you know, unfortunately, you have to be prepared that it won't be as great as it was the last time.
Yeah. It
could be, but for the most part, typically tends to not be. So, nostalgia. What a fun discussion.
Yeah.
So now that we have gotten all nostalgic on our own, if you guys have thoughts or feelings about things that make you feel nostalgic about the game or in your life and you want to talk about it, let us know. Send us an email to questions@torrentthinktank.com, and maybe we'll share it on the show next week.
That's right. Talking about nostalgia is fun, but you know what doesn't need nostalgia?
What?
Because it's always super powered and brand new.
What?
Is your brand new Doghouse Systems computer.
I couldn't agree more.
That's right. You know why? Because they don't bring that thing back from 10 years ago. No. They're making them every day. Brand new. Brand new for you. That rhymes. And we've got a great deal for you.
We do. All you have to do is to get this great deal. It's really kind of a fun thing. You go and you make a new computer for yourself at doghousesystems.com. You pick out your specs. You pick out all those great things that you want. They're running some awesome back-to-school deals right now on laptops too, guys. You can go check it out on doghousesystems.com. They are running all of these deals that are going on. Plus, if you enter our code, which is TTT, at checkout, you're going to get double the memory on that system, and it's going to be awesome. So if you don't need a laptop and you want a desktop, that's okay. You still get double the memory if you let them know that you listen to Tauren Think Tank.
That's right. And that, hey, if you play Warcraft, that on-street date for Warlords of Draenor is coming August 14th. That's right. On August 14th, you'll know when the game releases, and hopefully it'll be this year. And you can play in a brand new, all new, awesome, super duper graphics because everything's being updated, all your models.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fantastic looking on your brand new Doghouse gaming system. That's right, doghousesystems.com. Enter TTT at the checkout. Double the memory. Thank you, Doghouse Systems, for your support. Thank you guys for supporting Doghouse Systems and in turn supporting us. We love everybody. Everything's awesome. Jules.
Great.
Let's do the Think Tank.
Let's do it.
Torn between options? Let Triple T help you sort it out.
And now, the Think Tank.
It is time. I forgot to put this in the color, so I'll just read it. Our question of the night. Hi, Triple T. I have 2 questions I would like advice on. My first question has to do with my guild and raiding. I've been with this guild for most of my raiding career. It's a normal raiding guild that got up to Garrosh and then fell apart. And I think most people are tired of Siege, but I don't have that problem. They say they are resuming at the end of the month in July, but I doubt it. I have a second guild that also raids and is progressing. They would like it if I would join the guild on my main, but I feel like I'm turning my back on my first guild, and I feel like I won't be invited back. I love to raid, and I'd like to commit to a guild and not pug all the time. My second and more important question has to do with the age of raiders. I'm 15, and none of my guilds know that. I'm deathly afraid to speak and vent because I don't want them to find out my real age. I think there may be one other raider that might be my age, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to ask because I know it may be rude. Do you have experience with anyone on past or present raid teams that are under age 18? And if so, how do you feel about them? Thanks in advance for the advice. From Azrin.
Where do you want to start?
Okay, let's start with the first part of the question, which is a guild. His guild should he pick?
Okay. You pick the one you're having more fun in.
Okay. So, why?
Oh, because you're having fun in it. Okay, the choice here is obvious, Asrin. Go with the second guild because your first guild got up to Garrosh and fell apart. That means they gave up. A whole bunch of people quit on you. And then they're going to get back together, but okay, it's August now. So let us know if they did get back together.
Yeah.
You doubt that they would, but the other guild is still up and running, and they want you to join on your main. They actually want you there for progression. So join them. You're not turning your back on the other guild. Let's face it. They turned their back on you when they decided to quit. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of gives you the option to go ahead and follow what you want to do. But I think what he really wants to do is he wants to raid with his main guild that he's been with for this long if they're going to raid again. And so it's that question of, do I hold out for this group for sentimental value, nostalgic value, holding on to these friends of people that I've spent time with, or do I want to go and go raid? Because this other group is actually going to raid. So I do agree with you. You need to go with the group that you have more fun in overall. But I do think there's one other thing that you need to do. I think that you need to talk to the people who are leading the guild that has your main and just be honest about how you're feeling. If you do decide to go to the other guild, transfer your character to the other guild, you should tell them that. You should give them a heads up.
Yeah, I agree. Give them a heads up. Let them know you're going. What I wouldn't do, and I don't know if this is right or not, but I personally wouldn't do it, is ask them if they plan on getting back together. Because inevitably you'll get the answer, yes, we are going to get back together. And then you'll say when, and then they'll say 3 weeks. And you'll say, okay, I'll stick around 3 weeks. 4 weeks go by, you burn the bridge with the other guild you could have been raiding with, and your guild still hasn't gotten back together.
Yeah.
Right? So let them know you're leaving because it's a polite thing to do. Thank them for the time that you had, but you need to go take the opportunity and run with it. You don't get many of those opportunities, you know?
No.
You've got something great here. You've got a guild that is progressing and wants you there. Don't pass that up. Go with them.
This is always a tough decision because you're looking for the friends that raid. That's what you're looking for in the guild. And right now, I think what you've got is you've got the friends that don't raid and the guild that raids, that maybe not as much of friends, and you want both. So ideally, the main guild that the guild that your main is in could be raiding and be your friends, but they did kind of fall apart once. And what does that mean exactly? You know, did the group just get tired and burnt out? Was it related to the fact that it was summer and people couldn't make it? The attendance was a problem. You know, look at it from that angle too. Why did you guys fall apart? Because everybody was burnt out? It's because you didn't have the skill, you were lacking in certain things, you didn't have the right guild or the raid makeup. That's something that you need to consider. When I decided to put my raid team on hiatus for a few months, it was like I just looked at the writing on the wall and said, we're heading into summer. We don't know when the new content is coming. We've cleared all the normal content. And we can't get a group of 10 people to be there for one single day a week. And we couldn't do it for an entire month. And I just said, the writing for me is on the wall to say that this group is just not here right now. There are other things more important than raiding in our lives. And so we need to just step aside and come back when raiding takes more of a stronger desire.
But you guys finished the content, right?
We did finish the normal content. And the idea was to gun into the heroic content and to start really clearing that.
But you killed Garage. I mean, this team fell apart and they didn't kill Garage.
Yeah.
So they all gave up.
Right. And so I see that situation where you're like, oh, crap. We can't get through the normal content that we hoped that we would. Maybe we just need to take a break, and maybe people need to reassess where they want to be. I know the summer raid boss. That's what it is a summer raid boss. It defeats a lot of teams, and including mine. So, so I get it, but you need to do, as Rem said, you need to find what makes you the happiest, and you need to go with that. If you need to say, raiding is what I want to do, I have a team that wants to raid and I'm having fun, you can still be friends with your old guild. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else to say.
Yeah, for that part.
Now, as far as your age goes, I have raided with younger people before.
Yes, me too.
You have too, Jules. And they were allowed to speak. As a raid leader at the time, I would prefer to know the age of my raiders so that I could, watch my language if I needed to, or the other members could. It was also nice to know the sex of our raiders too, just so we could be more appropriate. I know it doesn't matter, but when you got a whole bunch of dudes sitting around, sometimes it gets a little salty, So, if you're uncomfortable with that, at the very least, I feel like your raid leader should know how old you are.
Yeah.
Just so he or she can kind of just be in the loop. So if something's getting out of control or if you're having a problem with something, they can kind of put an end to it. As long as you're showing up and performing and being ready and knowing the fights and not giving any reason to question your abilities whatsoever, I don't think age makes a difference. As long as you are pulling your end of the bargain, is your weight.
The where it comes into play, and I think why you're probably pretty nervous about speaking up, is that people automatically make assumptions about a younger player being less mature, less skilled, oh, you've got to log off at a certain time because your parents make you go to bed, that kind of thing. And I have a feeling that if your raid team knew, I think they would probably be pretty surprised if they knew it, because they're assuming you're older, which is kind of interesting when you think about video gaming in particular.
Yeah.
That people think that you are an adult more often than they do a teenager or a young, like a 20-year-old.
Well, it's weird with WoW. It's like I don't assume any teenager plays WoW. Isn't that strange? Like,
yeah, I agree.
I assume everybody who plays Call of Duty is a teenager, but anybody who plays WoW is a mature adult. It's so strange.
It is. And so I think that's why when someone is 15 and is like, because we were playing for a while on Reported for Awesome, we were playing with a 13-year-old.
Yeah. And he was a good player.
And he was very good. And, the thing about it was that we didn't care, as you said, as long as he came in prepared and knew what he was doing, and he doesn't mouth off.
Yes.
If the conversation that you have on Mumble or Vent is the same as everybody else, and you're not acting immaturely or obnoxiously, then who cares how old you are? And that's the thing. Now, you could start, again, like Rem very well put, to talk to your raid leader and tell them how old you are and tell them that you're nervous about it. And when you do finally reveal it, expect that you're probably going to get some good-natured ribbing about it.
Yes.
Because that's what we do. We rib each other when we like each other.
Yes. I'm going to say something controversial.
Okay.
Controversial.
Sure.
Whatever the word is. If you fit in, there won't be a problem.
Right.
I know we're all about being an individual and unique and stuff, but if you fit into the idea of the team and you work well with the team and you do everything you're supposed to do, it'll be just fine.
Yeah. I think that for an older player, and I want to say older being, 25 and older, that a teenager, most of the time someone who is an older player doesn't have the patience to put up with obnoxious bro speak and being super obnoxious or competitive or being really just being annoying. And if you don't do that and you're just part of the team, then it doesn't really matter how old you are.
Right.
But there are guilds out there that say, I would prefer our players to be 18 and over, because they're not looking for the kid who is going to be obnoxious and be like, her, all that kind of thing.
And that's also their right, too. When you're forming a guild, you have a right to want everybody over 18. You don't want to be responsible for the minor.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I don't think it's a problem for you to ask the other raider who you think might be younger to say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm 15 and I was wondering if that was weird. Just to say that if people find it strange. And most of the time I'm like, oh, I don't think that's weird at all, dude. What's funny are the people who are playing a female character and are a guy, and then they talk on Mumble and you think that they're always been a girl the whole time, like Alanu.
Yes.
Poor Alanu. We all fell off our chairs after playing with him for probably, 3 or 4 years or something crazy like that.
God.
And then he finally got a microphone and spoke on Mumble, and we were like, we always thought you were a girl, dude.
Yeah.
And he got some good-natured ribbing about it, and it was very, very fun. But it's all about people just interacting with each other, getting to know each other. And if you're, don't be afraid of your age. Don't be afraid of who you are, as long as you're not going to act like an idiot on the team and drive people crazy.
I mean, that's a rule for any age, though. Don't act like an idiot, period.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fit in with your team, because your team is the most important thing in that environment. Your team comes first. So if you fit in, you'll be fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, I don't think that sometimes you just got to put yourself out there. And like we've said, we've both played with younger players in the past. I've played with younger players who were quite obnoxious and annoying. And I've played with younger players who were great. They were very capable. They knew their class in and out. They rated great, and there was no problem. And the hardest part, I think, when you get into conversations that don't necessarily have to do with the raid, that it might be a little bit of a generation gap. When people are talking about their kids and, you've still got a bedtime, that might be a little bit of a disconnect. But you also have to remember that those people were all your age at one point too. So it's just about learning and understanding who each other are and being willing to accept it for that.
I don't know if Zyserve is making a joke or being serious, but they say in the chat room, fitting in is bad advice, don't conform.
For the good of a team, it is best to conform to the ways of the team.
If Peyton Manning's right tackle wants to do his own thing and make up his own plays during the football season, he has every right to do so, but he won't have a job.
That's right.
You fit in. You do what's best for the team.
Yep.
The team comes first.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, just to add on my experience with younger players,
yes.
Nightbread brought his son in a couple times to our raid. I asked Nightbread, is it okay to swear? Because if it's not, we'll make sure we don't.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to, you bring in a younger person you don't know what their experience in life is. You don't know what they've seen and what they haven't. So you kind of, as a raid leader, you want to know the ages of your players. Just to keep everybody comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Convert to Raid, we have a rule. We allow all ages into the guild, and so our guild chat is kept. We don't have any swearing in the guild chat. It's part of the rule of the guild. It's what people sign up to do when they get in there, and we monitor that, and we let people know. Keep it clean, people. If you want to have it be all obnoxious and loud and sweary, you can do that in a private Mumble channel or a private group. Go right ahead. Not a problem. But in terms of just how, people should be respectful of that, and respectful of the ages that they are putting into the guild or putting into their group. And so asking Nightbread if it was okay with him that you guys swore, I think he would already know that by inviting his child into your group.
Yeah. Well, Nightbread knew what we were, but I just wanted to be responsible and be sure, because why not? I care about my raid members, and I want to make sure everybody's comfortable and having a good time. So, yeah. So thanks for writing in, Asrin.
Absolutely, and good luck to you. And we hope to maybe hear what your decision turned out to be for your raid team.
If you can write us back, I'm really curious to know if that first guild made it back together or not.
Yeah. If they wanted to decide to raid again or not.
Mm-hmm. All right. So if you guys have questions at taurenThinkTank.com. We take them all the time, 26 hours a day, 8 days a week. So please write in. Jules, what are we doing next? Tell us one thing or taste
We're going to do some tell us one thing, be silly, and then we're going to do some taste tank.
All right, let's do some tell us one thing.
We read your submissions because reading your mind would just be creepy.
Fire away.
Fire away. Okay.
With cough.
With my cough. I don't have the ability to mute this microphone, so we just have to deal with it. Hey, Ren and Jules, just a silly question. Tell me what is the most simultaneously ridiculous and awesome race as a protection warrior, a Pandaren or a Goblin? I may or may not be trying to get your opinion for what race to choose. From Stray Sheep.
This one's easy, Stray Sheep. Goblins look ridiculous, period. Pandaren, they hold their swords backwards.
They hold their swords backwards?
Yeah, instead of frontwards, they hold them back when they run, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, wait a minute. No, wait. They hold their they hold the hilt and the sword is running backwards?
Yes, I think that's true. Yes. And then they flip it around.
And then they flip it up. Okay. I agree that the Pandaren look really cool as a protection warrior. And they yell a lot when they do melee, so it's kind of cool with that. Goblins, because the race is so not physical,
they don't need to be warriors.
Yeah, it's like, do you guys really need to be a warrior?
You can't take those floppy ears and McDonald feet serious.
McDonald feet?
Yeah, Ronald McDonald feet. They got big floppy feet.
That's awesome. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Somebody made fun of me in 7th grade by calling me Ronald McDonald feet. That hurt a lot.
Wow.
I couldn't control the size of my feet. I had long, skinny feet. I had to tie my shoes really tight. And they called me Ronald McDonald feet.
That sucks, actually, dude.
It sucked a
that
lot,
really
Jules.
does suck.
I feel like I want to cry now.
Oh. Everybody give Rem a hug.
Yeah, so pick Pandaren.
Okay. All right.
You just got to decide if you want a Pandaren male or female.
Well, I like the females. I have a couple of Pandaren females. I like them. The males are really cool because they run. When they run, they bounce.
They bounce all the time.
They do. When they run, it's like boom, boom.
Yeah, because they're big pots of jelly.
It's so cool. So
Ugly.
I think a Pandaren protection warrior is like the coolest thing because you've got this kind of rotund bear throwing himself at something and saying, "I'm the meat shield."
Yeah, the meat shield. And in the right transmog, you can get a nice samurai look going too. Yeah. All right. So there you go. There's your answer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. From Mad Lucian, if you could kill one best-selling games franchise and replace it with another less-known franchise, which one would you kill and which would you upgrade?
Oof, this is tough.
I would kill Mass Effect.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
What would you replace it with?
Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, no! You stabbed me in the heart, Ramgar.
It'd be funny. Because you know why? Because everybody loves Mass Effect, so it would be funny to see what happened. That's not fun. It's mean.
That is like terrible mean.
I know.
Mass Effect is like the best franchise. You can't do that. That's terrible. No, you can't do that. Okay, so best-selling games franchise. I just say get rid of Call of Duty because it's so toxic.
There you go.
Get rid of that.
Replace it with League of Legends.
Because that's not toxic. Let's see what we would replace it with. I need to play this one still. Oh gosh, and then I totally blanked on the name. Crap. I hate when I do that. I'm thinking of the one recently that just came out, and it's the zombie one. Oh gosh.
The Last of Us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The Last of Us. And that needs to become like a franchise.
Okay.
Yeah, that needs to. Thank you. Because I was like, it's the zombie one with the guy and the little girl. Oh, I can't when my brain goes poof.
Poof.
Okay, for the next one from Alba Page. Would you rather have one bionic leg or one bionic arm?
Okay, I thought this was going to be difficult to answer, but then I thought about it for 2 seconds. And I would rather have one bionic arm, simply because you could do a lot more with it.
You know what, though? I would want a bionic leg
No, you
if
wouldn't.
I had to replace my leg.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't.
All you do is walk on your leg.
Right, and you can do that on anything.
Yeah.
You can walk on a piece of wood, Jules. If you had a bionic arm, I mean, just think, go gadget arm, okay? If you need to reach something in the other room, that's possible.
That's true.
You have extra strength for lifting up bags of groceries. You could lift up a car. You could crush things to death. I mean, you could open a can. They have a built-in can opener. I'd much rather have a bionic arm.
Okay, I was actually
You can do
thinking about
push-ups
it like a
forever?
prosthetic arm instead of a bionic arm.
this
So
is-
it has like gadgets and crap.
Yeah, he said, I mean, the only thing he qualified it with is bionic.
Yeah.
He didn't say prosthetic.
Okay. Well, then I would take the arm too.
I would have a bionic arm and a peg leg.
I had a peg leg because they took your leg.
Yeah, but I mean, if you had a go gadget arm, you could use the arm to walk on.
It's true, you
Yeah,
could.
that's right.
You could just take the leg off and be like, "That's my arm right there." It could be both.
Imagine if you had to slap somebody with a bionic arm. You really prove a point. I said good day, sir.
Oh, Willy Wonka reference. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice job.
From Sergeant Zim, where were you on WoW's launch date 10 years ago? Me? I was in the hospital seeing an ultrasound of my future son.
So 10 years ago was 2004.
I was role playing.
You were hoping. Oh,
Absolutely. I was absolutely role playing in my basement office at that job I had. That's what I was doing 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I remember one of the players coming on. He's like, I'm not going to be around much. And we're all like, why? He's like, because this game, World of Warcraft, came out, and I'm going to be playing that.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so 2004. It's August right now. And the game came out in, I think, November.
Yep.
So in September of 2004, I went to Africa. It's been 10 years. Holy crap. That's when I went to Africa. 2 months later, I was moving out of my house into an apartment because my marriage was breaking up. And so in November, during that time, I was just finding a place to live. No, I moved out in December. So it was like things were kind of falling apart in there. I was not playing video games at the time at all. I was not, so I didn't start playing City of Heroes until 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was when I got back into really getting into gaming again. So I wasn't playing any video games, and I was living a very, very different life 10 years ago. That's kind of crazy.
You're partying, lots of drugs.
That would be more interesting than what my life was. I mean, going to Africa was very, very cool.
Yes.
But no, my life is a complete 180 as to what it was then. It's kind of crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you need me to read the next one?
Yes, please.
From Chief Vol'jin, if plant life began to rise up to take back their world, how would you stop them? And remember, if they kill off all the plants, the living creatures of your world would eventually die as well. Okay,
so plants rise up to take back their world, and how do you stop them?
You don't. You give in. You do what they say.
I think you have to negotiate with them. You have
They
to
don't talk.
Well, apparently they got some kind of way to communicate, because it could be like a gun to your head.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. So perhaps what you would do, you can't kill them off, of course, because then it would kill everybody. You kill them off, and then you create your own new plant life that had no sentient power.
Just how do you create plant life?
I don't know. Cal 1699 in the chat room said, "Become a vegetarian."
You could eat plants, sure, but they'd probably pierce your insides. No, if plants rise up, we're in trouble. You can't fight them. They keep growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too.
Not like they do.
Like they do.
No, because if we die, the plants still live. If the plants die, we're kind of in trouble.
Well, then you put the plants in charge, and we just become
yes, exactly.
Become lazy, and we sit on our computers all day, and the plants rule everything.
Yes, that's exactly what you do. You just give in and just say, okay, I'm not going to fight you.
Okay, wait a minute. Why is Chief Vol'jin thinking about this kind of thing instead of ruling Azeroth?
I mean, listen, they're all a bunch of jerks. I mean, just think of the last few war chiefs we've had. They've starting off on the right foot, I guess.
Arkangus in the chat room said, "Roundup, game over." But then you kill them all, and then we die too. It doesn't work that way. You're killing yourself by killing the plants.
Yes.
It doesn't work that
It's
way.
unwinnable unless you give in.
Yeah, so we have to give in until we can rise above with the machines.
Yeah.
The machines will kill the plants and enslave them for their own
And
rise of machines.
hopefully we'll have our brains implanted into Terminators, and we'll be good.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You have to make a bigger, badder human.
Bigger. Yes. Melt them in lava.
From Memeth, your favorite tune has lost its signature spell. Choose one from another class to replace.
What's your signature spell?
I think for a druid, a resto druid, it's life bloom. I'm sorry, wild growth. Wild growth would be that, or rejuvenation. The little dot that you get for healing over time. But for me, I'll say it's wild growth is probably the signature spell.
Okay.
So there's that.
I'm going to say for a Frost Death Knight, it's Howling Blast.
Okay. What does that do?
That's like an AoE attack. It's icy.
It does a lot of damage.
It howls and it blasts. So they call it Howling Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of your main attacks you use as a Frost Death Knight.
Okay. So what would you replace Howling Blast with if it got taken?
Oh man.
And you have to go from another class.
Like my mind immediately goes to a mage. I want some of their sweet AoE.
Okay.
Some of that Frost AoE that I see Kane used to use.
Oh yeah, there are some really cool frost spells.
I don't know what it's
exactly
called.
what they are, but yeah.
I just like to see a whole bunch of ice rain down on things. He had that big ice ball he would shoot out
Yep.
at inappropriate times too. He'd hit the button, just send out his ice ball.
There goes my ice ball.
Oops, sorry guys.
It slipped.
Everyone run out.
If I lost wild growth, I would have to choose if healing rain from the shaman was more powerful than it is now, which it should be. I think it should be amazing. I would take that because I think that's kind of the style replacement. But wild growth is right now a smart heal, so it just hits whoever it feels that it needs the most. Whereas that healing rain would be a targeted one. So I do miss though on a holy priest. Gosh, I can't even remember the name of the spell, but it basically throws a star of light at someone, and then once they get hit and it heals them, it bounces to another person, and then it bounces to another person. It's the one that goes, wow, wow. You know the one.
I know what you're talking about. Hugh will probably give us an answer in like 4 minutes, but
yeah, well, if he wakes up,
Yeah.
he's probably passed out on his keyboard. So.
no, he's still awake.
Okay.
He's talking about battered human. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what we would choose. From, is it me? It's me,
Yes.
right? From
Yes.
Hogeye_CTR. If you could be a dinosaur, what would you choose to be and why?
If I could be a dinosaur, I'd be a pterodactyl.
Yeah?
Flying dinosaur.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be a Spinosaurus.
What's a Spinosaurus?
It's like one of the biggest dinosaurs ever.
Yeah.
And I'd just be laughing at things. I'd just be pointing with my tiny little hands and laughing. It's like, look at you, you're tiny. And just eating things. Because why
Boom.
not? Yeah.
Boom.
They'd make fun of my little arms.
Roar!
I'd laugh. I'd laugh at a Tyrannosaurus. I'm like, you think you're bad. I got a spine. Look
Are
at
you
this.
bigger than a Tyrannosaurus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, look at my big sail. It's awesome. I always wondered why Grimlock was the leader of the Dinobots when it should have been the Spinosaur. I forget his name. Damn it.
Spinosaurus.
Did you see Transformers 4?
No.
Okay, they had Grimlock in it. They had like all the Dinobots in them.
Yeah.
None of them really talked. But one of them was a Spinosaurus and did not get nearly enough screen time. But he was freaking huge.
Something is telling me there is no such thing as a Spinosaurus. I'm looking at this.
Look it up. It's true. I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Saw it on
I see
Dino
a picture
Dan.
now.
Yeah. See?
Oh, he's got the little arms.
Yeah, they all have little arms.
He's got like the short heart. He's like a Tyrannosaurus style
Look at
dinosaur.
his-
He walks on 2 feet.
Yeah, look at his mouth.
Oh, he's got the long jowl.
Yeah. And look at his back.
He looks like an alligator.
Look at the thing on his back.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right, back off,
I'm
pterodactyl.
good. I'm good.
I'll rip you out of the sky.
I will rip you out of the sky.
Did you know they're making a 4th Jurassic Park movie?
Yes, it's called Jurassic World.
I can't wait.
You excited?
I'm so excited.
Da-da-da-da.
Next question.
Hang on, I'm pasting something in here. All right, there we go.
All right.
Next question is from Jen Morton01. You have to make a Taste Tank inspired pizza. What toppings from previous Taste Tanks would you include?
Vegemite.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Absolutely. Vegemite and taquitos. Or Takis.
Takis.
Vegemite and Takis.
Oh gosh, the Takis I would take. Oh no. And we can't put that seaweed on there. No, that was gross too.
Wow, that was the worst.
That was nasty. I think that all the spicy stuff just goes onto the pizza and we just make it like the fire pizza.
The fire pizza with
Yeah.
with a Vegemite base
Yes.
and musk life.
Oh no, not the Musk Lifesavers. I hate those things so much.
Can make a dessert pizza with Tim Tams
Those would be good.
and the Freddo Frogs.
The Freddo Frogs and the
Yeah.
Tim Tams.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we've had some really tasty stuff on this Taste Tanks segment.
Spicy wasabi peas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those
We've
are
got sort of who do we have right now? Sriracha something right
with
now.
a side of coconut water.
Ugh.
Ah.
Gross.
From Aldrich 1022, you can be one superhero. Who do you choose?
Oh gosh. You know, this question seems so simple. It's hard. Who do you choose to be?
The greatest superhero of all time, Captain America. Duh.
Well, you have it easy.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, do I choose Batgirl? Do I choose Black Widow? Do you choose other Gamora? Do you be, you just saw that one. Gosh, that's hard.
No, it's not.
Scarlet Witch?
Mm-mm. No, none of those.
Okay, who? You tell me.
Jean Grey.
Oh, Jean Grey.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, duh. You can do Storm.
No.
Storm.
Jean Grey.
Why Jean Grey?
Why not Jean Grey? She's got all those awesome psychic powers. She can make herself fly, too. She's amazing.
That's true.
Yeah. You don't need superhero powers unless if your superpower is what Jean Grey has, when you can just make people kill themselves.
Yeah, seriously.
Right?
Or Rogue. You can steal everybody else's powers.
Jean Grey.
No, I think I'm going to pick Rogue.
That's not how you play this game.
No, I can. It's my choice. My superhero, not yours.
I chose it for you. Jean Grey.
Gosh, you're so weird.
Or Rogue's fine.
From Muzzy AIE, who would you cast as the lead actor or actress for Catnado?
Well, obviously, Catnado is a sequel to Sharknado, so Ian Ziering will be back.
Yeah, Ian Ziering needs to be back because otherwise And Tara Reid needs to be back.
Have you seen Sharknado 2 yet?
Not yet, no.
Oh my God, Jules,
Did
you
you
do that
watch it?
TV show. Yes, I watched it. It's amazing. You need to see this movie.
I don't just watch crappy things for the sake of crappy things.
Oh my God, Jules, it's a crappy movie for the sake of being crappy. It's awesome. Everything about it is fantastic. You have to go into it with a sense of humor. You can't go, then I'm going to watch a real movie. It's not a real movie.
Of course you do. You have to watch it and be like, this is the silliest thing I've ever seen, and I'm going to make it.
When
I get this.
When Ian Ziering gives an inspirational speech to fight sharks at the end of Sharknado 2, oh my God, it's fantastic. It's like Independence Day.
Okay, so then if we create the Catnado movie on Sci-Fi, where a flying tornado full of cats is going to come raining down on your city,
and they come directly at people to eat them without getting hurt in the tornado.
Take back your city, Gotham.
Yeah. What you do is when they come at you, you catch them and then rub your head against them. And,
see, that's how you do it.
Yeah, and they will love you.
Gilbert would be never see. Cats can be vicious though. If you're in a tornado and they come flying at you,
Cats can be a-holes too.
Yes, they can be a-holes. They can pee on your bed. They can they can come and bite the back of your leg.
They can have poop hanging out of their butt and let it fall.
Yep, they can they can forget how to clean their butts. Oh, geez. Okay, cats that are flying at you that haven't cleaned their butts.
That's gross, Jules.
So who would you cast as the lead actor or actress? I think Megan Fox should be in this one.
Well, that's a good one. Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And he goes, Shia LaBeouf's thing is like the whole no.
Yeah,
so,
like falling over himself and stuff because a cat's chasing after us.
So instead, you know how this goes.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh my God, Jules. I would say Bumblebee makes an appearance, but I guess not.
Oh, that was funny. Okay. We're done now.
That's it. That's it for our Tell Us One Thing. Thank you guys. Pay attention to the Twitter. Tell Us One Thing Thursdays at Tauren Think Tank, and you can submit your Tell Us One Thing. Or of course, we also have Facebook, facebook.com/Tauren Think Tank, and questions at TaurenThinkTank.com if you think of something during the week. Now, I'm sorry, Kane. I know you made a bumper, but I didn't put one together. But it's time for the Taste Tank.
Are you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say just Taste Tank.
Okay, good. I was like, you like lean back from your microphone. So
I was hoping you'd just pick it up and run.
Okay, I'm running now.
It's like I was pointing at you.
You point. Okay.
Go.
I'm a little slow today. So as we mentioned at the top of the show, we have a taste tank that has been generously sent to us by Jen Morton. This is her second round of donating to the taste tank. Thank you very much. I'll thank you now because we may not thank you later. She sent us so much stuff that we are going to be running this in 3 different episodes. So tonight, here are what we are going to be trying. This is a Botan or Botan rice candy from Japan, and I have no idea what's in it. It just says free children's sticker inside. And Botan rice candy.
I'm going to show the chat room.
And so Rem is going to show the chat room. We have a packet of Jelly Belly Bean Boozled jelly beans, and these are going to be evil because they are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different colors, but there are 2 different flavors of each color. One of them is a good flavor, and one of them is a bad flavor.
The barcode is shaped like a Jelly Belly.
And the barcode is shaped like a Jelly Belly, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. So here are some of the bad flavors that are in here.
I hope one of the good ones is mango smoothie.
It is not.
Darn.
No. So they have Tutti Frutti, which is the good flavor, or Stinky Socks. Lime or lawn clippings.
Oh my God.
Rotten egg or buttered popcorn.
Oh.
Yeah. That's just a tasting, so to speak, of what is in this box. So some of the other bad flavors. Barf.
Disgusting.
Toothpaste. Canned dog food. Booger. Moldy cheese. Baby wipes. And skunk spray. So we could either get the good color tasting or the bad color tasting, and we don't know which one.
These dirty baby wipe. And who tastes these things? Doesn't know what they taste like.
Who the hell knows?
That's
and
a
then
job.
Yeah, somebody is the taste tester for this. Okay, and then finally we have these 2 Lindt chocolates, little packets. One of them is dark chocolate with intense orange flavor, and one is dark chocolate with a chili infused flavor. So this is what we're tasting tonight. All right. Did you unwrap your boxes?
No, you said they smelled, so I didn't.
Yeah, they do. The Jelly Belly box really does smell. So let's open.
It
smells really nasty.
That smells like butts.
I told you it smelled bad.
Holy God.
We're gonna start with the Botan rice candy from Japan.
You sure you don't want to do like a? No, okay, yeah, let's do that. All right, so Botan.
Okay.
All right.
So, okay. So when you open the flap of this box, it says each candy has an edible inner wrapper that melts in your mouth.
Oh, come on.
What?
I don't.
Okay.
All right, and if you're playing along at home, Jen Morton is eating these things with us So if you're in the chat room.
Yeah. So they look like little hard candy things.
I don't want to eat a wrapper.
Unwrap it. And then it says it has the inner wrapper is edible? What? Really? It has no scent whatsoever.
It's like
you're not going to eat the wrapper?
I tried peeling it off. I don't want to eat it.
You can't get it off. No. You tear it and it comes off.
God. What do we
All
do?
right. Well, we may have to take this out because it's a hard candy.
Well, no, it's kind of soft.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
This is what it looks
okay.
like.
This is gonna be bad for podcasting. All right, let's try it.
All right, 1, 2, 3. That wrapper doesn't taste very good.
But it does melt.
It's chewy.
Mm-hmm. There's no flavor. It kind of was yours red?
Yeah, like reddish orange.
Mm-hmm.
It's
chewy like a gumdrop, a little chewier. This is really hard to chew.
It's got a very slight fruity flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. But the wrapper thing is weird.
It's all stuck to my teeth now.
Mm-hmm. Alvia in the chat room says it's normal for Asian candies to have those wrappers.
I gotta pick my teeth.
I know. Okay.
Pick my teeth. Ugh.
This is not bad. It's not very good.
It's not good either.
Uh-uh.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, the wrapper, like Jen just said, the wrapper's really funky. It just kind of dissolves. That's really weird. Okay. I would say they're okay. They're a little weird.
Yeah,
so
it's
apparently...
like... Oh, go ahead.
No, apparently Japanese candies have this kind of thing with the melting wrapper on it.
Did you get your sticker?
Oh, a sticker?
Mine's
What's my sticker?
Mine's a basket of kitties.
Mine is a space jester.
Huh.
It's a space jester, for serious.
It's awesome.
It's a guy pointing to a Saturn or a spaceship looking thing. He's got jester horns that look like party hats. He's a superhero.
I guess if you took a whole bunch of rice, mashed it up, made a candy out of it, added some strawberry flavor, you would have that.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know if I would be like nomming these down, but
I'm picking my teeth on camera.
I know it's kind of attractive of you to do that.
You're not even looking. How do you know?
I can hear you picking your teeth.
Oh.
So, okay. So thank you for those, but we just ate a wrapper, which was kind of weird. So, okay. Do you want to do the lint next, or do you want to do the Jelly Bellies next?
I don't want to do the Jelly Bellies at all. So let's do the chocolate.
Let's do the chocolate. All right. Orange first?
Yeah, why not?
All right. We're going to try the Intense Orange Dark Chocolate from Lindt with pieces of orange and almonds in it. Let's see if it smells.
It smells like brownies.
It does smell like brownies. You don't like dark chocolate either.
I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate, no.
So this could be interesting.
Oh.
All right, you ready?
It's pretty dark.
It's very dark.
Or are you going to just bite on it or are you going to suck on it?
Yeah, just bite it. Bite the corner.
All right.
It's very orangey.
Ah.
Oh, you don't like it?
Ah.
Oh, it gets really intensely orangey.
It's all bitter than sweet.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
I feel like I have to bite it again.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, dark chocolate's horrible.
I love dark chocolate. Are you kidding? That's really tasty.
Weird.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
Your face is telling the story. Rem has this face where he's just like, I really, really am not happy with this, but I'm going to chew it anyway. But it's not making you barf.
No, I'm just making me angry.
It's making you angry.
No. Like chocolate's not supposed to taste this way.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Now we see if the chili is going to get us.
I mean,
Dark chocolate infused with natural chili flavor. See how this one smells.
now, I know that there's a lot of people who do a whole bunch of like infusing pepper into chocolate.
Yeah, and apparently this is very good. I've never tried this until now. Doing chocolate and chili.
That's what it looks like. Same as the other one.
Same as the other one. It doesn't smell anything different, does it?
Smells exactly the same.
Yeah. All right, let's give it a shot. Tastes like chocolate. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Oh!
Whoa.
Ow!
Oh, whoa.
Ow! Another
That's
bite.
not super spicy, but it gets you.
You gotta take another bite.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Ow. Ow.
Ooh, baby.
Ow.
Yeah, it burns your throat. That's what
Ow.
Jen was saying. Are you slapping your face?
Yes.
You're slapping your face.
It's like a million little spicy armies beating the crap out of my mouth.
Oh yeah, Kane. There's still half one here for you. Oh, it does bite. That one bites.
Ugh.
Whew. Oh man. I need water with that. Woo. Yeah, that one bites.
Uh-huh.
Whew. That's the thing about this show. When you give us the spicy stuff and we just kind of go, ah, like we know it's spicy. We just do it anyway.
Ow.
You okay?
Yeah.
You might need some milk.
I have my energy drink.
Okay, good. All right. Now we play Russian roulette.
I don't wanna.
You're gonna anyway. All right. Tell me what color is on the top for you that you can grab. And I have two of those kind of dotted limey colored ones.
I got a dotted limey colored one.
I've got two of them right here.
All right.
So that could either be juicy pear or booger.
Oh, jeez.
So one at a time.
Just so everybody knows, this smells
It smells really bad.
terrible.
Oh, it smells like ass. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
So this.
Oh, shit.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, I got the booger one.
Ah! I just spit it out.
Oh my god, that's so terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Jen.
Ugh.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude, that's terrible. That is terrible. Oh, dude. Oh, I don't know if I could do any more of these.
We have to do another one.
I know. Okay, which color do you want to give the roll to? How about the popcorn one?
Oh my god.
See if I can find one. Woo! There they go.
I got a yellow one, but I can't really tell.
The yellow ones, it has to be the ones that aren't dotted.
Okay.
So it's just the yellow ones, not the ones that are dotted.
Oh.
So I have 2 yellow ones in front of me.
I have a yellow one in front of me.
Okay, let's give it a roll. It could be popcorn, or it could be rotten egg.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, I got the popcorn one. Buttered popcorn is good. I like this one.
Hey, this one isn't bad.
Okay. Rolling the dice on the other one.
I think that might have been lime.
I got 2 popcorn ones. That was awesome. Oh, that was good. This feels like facing a firing squad. What color do you want to try now?
Blue.
Blue, the bright blue one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, that could either be toothpaste or berry blue.
I hope it's
Ready?
toothpaste.
Let's do it.
Oh crap.
Oh, I got the toothpaste one!
Oh my god. Ah.
Oh!
Ah. Ah. That one got
All right, I'm
spit out.
done. I'm done. This is horrible.
You gotta do one more.
All right.
I got the white one.
The white one is either baby wipes or coconut.
Oh, I don't like either of those.
Well, you're going to do it anyway.
Oh. Okay,
All
Jen,
right.
we have the white one now, Jen.
The white one. Here we go.
Okay.
Coconut. Thank God. Oh, God. Oh.
Ah. Ah.
Did you get the baby white one?
Mhm.
You just keep... These are evil. Are you okay? Please tell me you did not barf.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Arcane just asked me toothpaste jelly bean or musk lollies. I'd eat a toothpaste jelly bean.
Ah.
Please don't barf. Oh, wow. These are really nasty, guys. So, you know, if you feel like punking your friends, they're called bean boozled jelly bellies.
Jen says in the chat room, please, everyone, never, ever eat a rotten egg jelly bean. Please save yourself.
It's terrible stuff. Oh, God. That was really bad.
Oh, my God.
And they're asking us to keep them for next week as well. We have to do more of them. You know, because this is entertainment.
Is
for
it?
our
Is
fans.
it, Jules? Is it really?
I lost one down the side here. I can grab it so a cat doesn't get it, because that would be bad.
You don't want your cats to have this. Oh, now I'm burping up the flavors.
That booger one was the worst.
Oh.
That was really bad.
Oh.
That is disgusting. We're not going to try all of them tonight, but we'll hang on to them. We'll try some more next week. How does that sound?
That's fine.
We're still missing the skunk spray, the moldy cheese, the canned dog food, the stinky socks, and the barf and the lawn clippings. So
Let's eat some canned dog food, everybody.
Yeah!
All right. I'll go get the Alpo.
All right. That'll conclude the taste tank. Oh, I'm hiccuping. I'll conclude the taste tank now.
All right. Let's do some feedback.
Oops.
Hold on. Oh, come on.
It broke.
Hold on. I'm going to write the time. 1:45.
Feedback.
I still laugh at that one.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. We got some feedback about the angriest food in people's pantries from our Tell Us One Thing last week. Mehmet said, mine would be the can of pineapples I got for a visiting friend during Cata launch.
It's probably all lonely.
Oh,
Why'd you forget about me, you jerk?
I know, right?
From MA 2006, my angriest food has to be a can of water chestnuts. They sat in my dad's place for years, was given to me as a Christmas gift.
Oh, my goodness. Water chestnuts.
Talk about neglect.
And finally, from Haster, he said it would be the potatoes staging an Animal Farm rebellion against being eaten.
They growing their own spikes and stuff coming out of them.
That's right. We got a nice long letter, not too long, from Eric. And he said, greetings, Jules and Rem. I'm a brand new listener who downloaded your most recent show, number 109, Clothed and Fearless, as part of recently discovering the Signals Media All-Star Network. I'm an avid gamer and have played plenty of MMORPGs, including WoW, but gravitate mostly towards shooters and most recently MOBAs. Therefore, I was expecting another podcast dealing with the best classes and races to play in WoW, or your most recent raid experience, which is, of course, fine. But I was very impressed with the subjects you covered instead, including the merits of alphas and betas, as well as the conundrums of being an introvert or an extrovert. Gaming discussions are always welcome, but an intelligent gaming conversation within the context of real life is quite refreshing, so be assured you have another fan. Now, for my input on the alpha and beta discussion, I've taken my part in many betas and a few alphas, and even one or two early access programs in several game genres, but I must admit, I really give feedback. I believe most people consider alphas and betas as demos, to which I admit some guilt, and therefore the reason there is plenty of bitching and moaning and chatting on the forums. I think it would be best for most developers to stick with closed betas, bringing in people in waves, and after filling out applications that included as part of their participation the obligation of providing feedback at least once a week. For example, some kind of promise to contribute to the beta, which is really the whole point. Yes, there are fewer betas I would sign up for, but having fewer people who contribute more might be what most alphas and betas need. Thanks again for the great subject matter, and keep up the good work. From Eric, forum handle Seeker Pilgrim, and gamer handle Isolated Monk.
Thanks, Eric. Welcome
Yeah,
aboard.
welcome aboard to the Tauren Crazy Tank as we taste weird foods.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, my Lord.
Hey, Jules and Rem. I recently found your show after Jules was on The Starting Zone, and I absolutely love it. I've only watched a handful of episodes so far, but I felt like I needed to write in and thank you both for being for such a creative take on a World of Warcraft podcast. I tried to write it for him. Slash moo to both of you guys, and please keep up the great show from a fellow horde who will always be Alliance at heart, Giaki of Melganis, US.
Nice. Thank you so much for your compliments, guys. And if you want to send us a letter, you can do that. It's questions@torrenthinktank.com. We take your feedback, your questions, and requests for advice, and anything else you want to throw our way.
That's right. We love feedback, but we also love slash moos.
We sure do. Memeth wanted to give a bunch of slash moos to Mana Brownies, who survived a bird strike to her car going at 110 kilometers per hour. Slash bear cuddles from me. Slash moo to Cole Big Ears for becoming who they wanted to be. And slash moo to Tempest Frangit for getting the insane title.
Frangit.
Frangit?
From Jen Morton01 slash moo to the awesome people who have been helping me through tough times recently. They know who they are and they rock. Also, I'd like to give a slash moo to Jen Morton01 for giving us content.
Yes. 3 weeks of content.
3 weeks. Guys, just real quick, here's what's coming in the next couple of weeks. Jamaican peanut drink.
Yes.
White chocolate sparkling water. Sriracha peas. Stuff like that.
And there's some kind of deep dish pizza, like chips or something like that. Is that
Yes. Yeah, they're like cheese doodles.
cheese doodles,
But
but
they're
they
pizza
taste like
flavored.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in this box. So stay tuned.
Yes.
From the _Ashanka. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but slash moo to myself. for the last day of working my awful job and going back to school.
That's not bad. You can slash moo yourself.
You can slash moo yourself?
Yeah. From Shield Bearer CTR, slash moo to the person who called off, allowing me to get paid double time today. $dollar bills, y'all. That's a hashtag. I hear that, man. I'm all about the $dollar bills.
Dollar bills, y'all. From Tater _ Soul LRT, slash moo to the warlords of Forged in Flame for being a family and being the go-to people for sword to face action.
Slash moo. Wait, is there a name here?
Yeah, it's the bottom.
Okay. Slash moo to my children. Yeah, my adult kids play. On Kieran Tor, they are Magic Man, my son, Demi, his wife, and Crystal Sun, my daughter, as well as their friends and buddies in UMF. Also, slash moo to my guildies in Honorbound on KT. We're over halfway done with Fangs of the Father and a third of the way through the Healing Mace in Ulduar. And once those are done, we have them all, every legendary weapon as a guild. If you don't mind, could you announce this is from Birdie? All of WoW knows me as Birdie.
Awesome. Slash moo to you guys. And finally, from Maslu, I want to give a slash moo to Kimmy Lynn from the Forge family. We're going to miss you so much. Thanks for having our backs at this time. All this time, sorry.
If you guys want to send slash moos, questions at torrenthinktank.com or the Twitter at torrenthinktank. Watch out, because on Saturdays, Jules is like, yo, get your slash moos in for the show tonight. And everyone's like, oh, that's right. I got to do slash moos for the show. And Jules like, hurry up. I ain't got time to wait for you.
Ain't nobody got time to wait.
Hey, nobody got time for that. That's right. If you guys want to leave us a review on iTunes, that's cool. Go ahead, leave us a review on iTunes. 4 stars, 5 stars.
Actually, there was one new one, and I forgot to put it in there. And it was from Pan's Folly. Gave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pan's Folly, for leaving your 5-star review. That was great. You can also find us on Stitcher Radio. You can leave us a review there. Give us a thumbs up. Also, the BlackBerry Podcast Directory, and, of course, the Xbox Podcast Directory. Jules.
Rem.
What's going on with you?
We have another episode of that TV show coming up. We had to miss last week because I was sick.
Oh.
I know. But you can grab also I Remembered It Better. Our most recent episode came out yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. We're talking about a lot of cool stuff that are geek nostalgia related, and Cliff and Ryan are a lot of fun to talk to, so enjoy that, please. So we've got both of those shows this week, and at some point we will reschedule to get back onto Ladies of Leet. I don't know when. But they have promised that we will reschedule another time. So sorry that we missed that, but I'm excited to try again. How about you? What's going on?
Well, I won't be on the Ladies Elite podcast. I'm
sorry.
not a lady, nor am I elite.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. No. What's going on with me? I don't know. We're going to be doing, looks like we're going to be doing Liquor Fueled on Friday.
Oh, yes.
Well, if that is the 15th. I believe it's the 15th, August 15th. Storm Ride Cast. No. At, God, I don't know. I got this horrible taste in my mouth.
And
Plus,
you're just stuck.
Yeah.
You're just stuck.
I'm just stuck. I'm like going vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm going to kick it into gear. Here we go. Okay. So, it was, we'll be doing on Friday, August 15th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time live at twitch.tv/thestormride. You can join us, and feel free to find us at stormridecast.libsyn.com on iTunes and Stitcher. It'll be there. I think I'm going to release some. I said last week, but I never got around to it. But I have a thing I want to release this week, too. But stay tuned just in case I don't do it. Other than that, not much.
Okay.
Not much at all.
All right.
Be looking at all this weird food in my basement.
I know you're going to have a lot of weird food hanging out for a while.
My stomach hurts, Jules.
I know. It might be time to bring this baby home.
Let's do it.
Tauren Think Tank is a proud member of the Signals Media All-Star Network. Find out more about the other great shows in the network by going to signalsmedia.com.
You can find us outside of the show on our website, torrenthinktank.com, which has all of our podcasts and information on how to get in touch with us. There's also a donate button on the site, so if you like what we do and would like to support our show by sending us a donation, that's a great way to do it.
You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TaurenThinkTank. And you can find us on Twitter for the show at Tauren Think Tank. You can find Rem on Twitter at Remgar, REMGHAR, and me, Jules, at JulesRPG. And you can also chat with us and other members of the Moo Crew on our forums. Give those boards some love at forums.signalsmedia.com.
I don't know why I'm giving special thanks to Arcane, because he wasn't even here for most of the show. He just came in and showed up and started making fun of me.
Yeah, well, you maybe deserved it.
And he's like, save me some chocolate, Jules.
Well, I know I have to save him some chocolate. It's kind of a thing.
Does he like chocolate?
He does, but he likes chocolate with the chili, so that's why he really wanted me to save that. He doesn't
Such
care
a
about the rest of
weirdo. You should tell him I was drinking whiskey the other night.
it. Yeah.
Thanks, thanks, Arcane, for being you. Don't forget your triple t-shirts at slashloot.com. There are 3 designs to choose from in different shirt colors. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. You guys are wonderful. You're an awesome audience. We love having you here in the chat room every Saturday night at 10 o'clock Eastern Time at twitch.tv/TaurenThinkTank. We absolutely love having you here. So please join us if you can. And if you can't, you're downloading us. You're listening to us right now, which is awesome. Jules,
Rama.
any last words?
We'll see you guys next week on Saturday night with a whole new show, lots of things to talk about, and more Taste Tank. So
More
see you
Taste
then.
Tank, that's right. We're coming back live next Saturday, you guys. And we're going to be making funny noises and wondering why we do this to ourselves.